welcome back everybody to the Geek Initiative for part 3 of episode 24, the Astral Arena. So we are going to be we just had round 1 concluded in the pits. We are going to be focusing on Dusk and Rhi-koo for the next section because they've just witnessed their friend go down and we are currently in between rounds, which means their friend's body should be accessible. If that's what they want to do, but what you want to do is up to you.
I was going to find out when my sister literally asked me, why is there a line for you now? I went, I'm currently dead.
So, you're in the box, you've just watched them go down, and you hear the announcer come over the system. Well, that was round 1, everybody. We're going to have some bit fights versus a few criminals and 1 or 2 little fighters who are lesser known for them to make their name while we go to our main break. We want everybody to enjoy themselves this evening, so please make sure you look after yourselves. Get some water, get some confections from the stands. Please enjoy. We'll have some minor entertainment on for you now. At which point, you're free to get the box and do what you wish.
So let's go find someone, see if we can get down to his body.
Seriously, you need to get to his body.
Rook is kind of like...
Rook, are you coming too?
He's trying to...
Yeah, right, let's just go.
So the guy that we talked to about...
he kind of gives you directions down the stairs, and it's like, down the bottom, if you go through into the main structure of the building, there should be a desk that you can speak to and say that you want to go and handle the rights.
Last officers.
Yeah. For a friend.
Yeah.
That should be fine. It's basically what he says. Because you guys are up here.
And we're in the special box.
Yes, you kind of get the VIP. And he's like, I'll happily escort you. You know.
And Rook.
Rook, of course. By you guys, he means all 3. And he kind of nods. Come with you.
Right.
And
off we go.
Yeah.
So downstairs, it's a long set of stairs, but once you get to the bottom, you are in this kind of the tunnel that you entered in, where there was this kind of reception desk. This Astral elf that you're with walks up to the counter to the Astral elf that people had been inducted into the fights with, and kind of goes, need to get into the back rooms with these guys. They want to do some last rites for a friend that's died in the pit. Fine, whatever, you know. Kind of basically buzzes you in, kind of thing. It's basically activate this, press a rune kind of thing, and it unlocks the door. Yeah, door swings open, you're able to. You find yourself in a room that it's basically this long corridor that Rengoku had entered through. This room with artifacts all over the walls and treasures and such things. It seems like it's normally like a main entrance of some kind. And along, basically on the floor, is Rengoku's corpse. You can see his body. Not quite like that, but he is definitely, he's led there, dead. And stood around nearby is the manticore. He kind of looks...
What's he doing there?
This is where he's ended up. He's looking down and he kind of goes... It looks like he's been speaking. And kind of just stopped as you came in.
Okay.
He's not got his spear, he's kind of just stood there. He kind of looks between you and... Oh, did you know him?
Yes, he was part of our party.
Apologise, truly. The arena is... What about the show? Seems quite bitter. I wish I could have...
Could you not have just downed him instead of stabbing him? Sparing a life is better than taking one.
In the long run, this is a lesson. If he'd been here for any length of time, this is what would have happened. met someone a lot crueler than
Point is, he wouldn't have been here for any length of time. This was a one-off experience.
Sorry.
I'm just going to kneel down next to the body and sit there for a moment and just put my hand on his shoulder and sit there and I'm just looking at Rhi-koo. I don't know what to do. I can perform the astral rites,
Mhm.
as could you. But there is more that I could do. But I'm so conflicted because I don't know whether it would be what he wanted.
I'm sure he didn't want to die. Nobody wants to die, do they?
He was going to throw himself off a cliff not long ago.
Yeah, but that was different. That was against the demon that he thought was going to be released. This is a fighting pit. This is different to that situation.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I do think that there are other issues about his affiliations. I'm not sure quite who he would be.
So you're saying
I-
this has released him from
Hmm.
certain things?
Yeah. And I don't know how he would be if I were to bring him back,
Mhm.
which I can do. Although I don't personally have the wherewithal to. I need quite a lot of diamonds.
At which point you hear a distant little click. Or something snapping.
Distant.
It's within this tunnel.
Do a
And it-
perception check to see which way it is.
It seemed to hurt, like it. You heard it over the crowd, so it was quite loud, but it was within this tunnel.
That's a 10.
Rook's nowhere to be seen.
Did we notice that he followed us through the
Oh,
doors?
he came with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the manticore?
He's still there. He's looking. He's staring into the middle distance,
Mhm.
and he kind of.
Did you see where our companion went?
No, sorry.
Do I know where Rook was standing?
Was standing, kind of around the body with you,
Mm-hmm.
but slightly back, almost like he didn't believe it. He was kind of
Yeah.
separate.
Can I do an investigation of where he was standing? That's 12.
The 12, you can see where his footprints are in the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that they. It seems like he took a step forward and then disappeared. Almost as if he took another step and then never finished the next one. After a few moments of looking at this bit of floor, the manticore kind of looks. Oh, yes. Sorry. Reaches down to the floor and puts his hand on it
Mm-hmm.
and presses in a particular position and says, "Diamonds." And a kind of that pressure seems to press in a button,
Mm-hmm.
at which point he disappears. After a few moments, he comes back with Rook.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you go?
It's a secret.
Okay, we can
Well, but
puzzle.
the point is, holds Rook. He's just showing Rook holds up a diamond,
Okay.
large one,
300 gold worth.
299 plus tax.
I've got one I can spare.
It's easily enough, and Rook kind of goes. It's lots of them. Lots.
Okay. Well, we only need the one.
And the champion is to show. The Manticore goes. Diamonds don't lose their value because of their magical properties.
Mm-hmm.
They are fixed in
Mm-hmm.
value.
Beautiful.
They are immutable. All of the prize pot is given in diamond.
Okay, so is this stolen from someone?
Rook kind of goes, obtained.
Is this diamond part of your winnings?
No.
No?
I've won nothing. At the end of the day, if I win one.
Now I have to consider the ethics of using something that's stolen. Pay the price of a death.
I think it'll be acceptable. This material exchanged for a life.
There is another option.
Is
Do you have someone in the pit? Still? You think they could win?
I'm not gambling on life.
Not on the show that they gave.
Us, yeah, but we're not asking her to fight.
Not there, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah, we don't know what her fighting is like either.
But
I love how my death's caused such a moral.
basically, he's saying if that's your concern, is there a chance that it could rightfully be won?
But we don't know if either of them would give up their diamond if winning.
Mm-mm. I'm sure that Bast would, but I'm not. She's not in the pit to fight.
And
she's our envoy.
Yeah. I think if we're going to use a diamond, we'll use this one.
There's already. Oh, okay, right. So, lifelines are mutable, but there is a price, and the price for me to actually perform a revivification or resurrection, whatever term you want to use,
Mm-hmm.
the price is that it will expend the physical being of this diamond. However, that doesn't mean that's the only price. There could be, for instance, we don't know, because, as I've said before, because of Rengoku's previous affiliations, we don't know if he were to be revived, what effect that may have on him, having passed through Vale and back again,
Mm-hmm.
with effectively demonic elements within his character.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an unknown. And the other unknown is whether using something that is technically stolen to provide the force for the return of his life, whether that will colour or temper the life that it returns. Metaphysical, timey-wimey stuff.
Okay.
All right, David Tennant.
Sorry. You're dead. You caused this.
So,
Right.
these are the debates, these are the issues that I have at the moment, plus what I originally said, which is I'm not sure how much he wanted to live.
I'd like to just quickly
Mm-hmm.
point something out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to read Revivify?
Oh, I know, it has to be within 1 minute.
It's been 5.
Oh, okay. Well,
At
it's too
least.
late then.
You need full-on resurrection now.
There's no need for
Which is why I asked when you first went down if there are
Mm.
clerics here.
No, there are clerics here.
Yeah.
And they will, provided funds.
Mm.
After a
But
few,
it's
after you've been sat discussing this
mm,
for this amount of time,
too late for them as well.
they won't be using that level of magic.
Mm.
They'll be using something a lot stronger.
Mm.
Cleric in robes enters.
Mm.
Ah, are you here to pay the toll?
Toll? You mean
Price.
to bring our friend back?
Indeed.
Acquaintance.
Friend, you are here mourning him, aren't you?
Actually, I was considering whether to bring them back.
How much
Yes.
is the price?
Others is entry into pot. 500 gold.
And how long do we have to decide?
I can resurrect him this week, next, or the one after. Beyond that, start getting iffy.
That'll be long enough to discuss.
What means do you use?
Through resurrection.
You have a means of staving off decay whilst we decide?
Yeah,
And this, so a true resurrection.
50 gold.
A true resurrection implies return to how he was in life.
True resurrection is a pure rebirth. Points at the arm. This corruption would be purged.
Ah. Okay.
Right, I think we should
Okay.
discuss this later with the group. I'll pay the 50 gold
Mm-hmm.
to stave off the decay. Would that get us... Would we be able to move the body with help to our apartment?
Of course.
Yeah.
He seems, it's kind of thin, gaunt.
Mhm.
Of course. Lays his hands on Magnus' chest.
Mm.
Then moves them.
Mm-hmm.
You will be spared the rigors of time.
Thank you.
Okay. And I'll hand over 50 gold to him.
Thank you for your kind donation.
When can we remove him?
He is free to be moved now.
Okay. And then when we discuss this with our whole party.
He reaches inside his robe,
Mhm.
like inside the sleeve, and produces a small leaflet of paper,
Mhm.
hands it to you.
It's a soul receipt, basically.
And can be found in the cathedral.
Your name is. Will it be you performing this? Or...
Yeah. I'm Asper.
Okay.
Asper the Cheerful.
I'll be in touch
Certainly.
as soon as possible.
I have business to attend to.
Mhm.
Can I just point out, you could stick him in a bag of holding and just take him back to Sam.
But we don't have the bag of holding.
It'd be cheaper than 500 gold.
Well, I can tell you now that diamond is coming with us wherever we go because it's been obtained.
FOC.
Rook kind of goes, well, they won't miss one. It sounds like he's mimicking someone you've never heard before.
Mm.
Now do a insight to whether he stole more. 13.
As you guys are walking away, you do hear a little jingle.
Rook now clinks.
Does a little bit, yeah.
So we'll only accept that we know about this one, but we'll keep this one. I'll keep it for now, and it will pay at least part
Receipt
of the
of
fee.
stolen goods in a foreign land.
That throws criminals to be eaten by the beasts of the arena.
Diplomatic immunity.
Consider it revoked.
Diplomatic.
Diplomatic immunity. I know nothing, Your Honour.
Indeed.
It was a gift.
It
If
was-
necessary, it,
Sorry.
Still got to
It was-
declare it.
if necessary, it
You
was
turn-
payment for services
Sorry,
rendered.
you turned a gith into a diamond?
Gift.
A gith?
At which point, Alcador finds himself being directed towards the arena by the Brigadier.
No, not to the arena.
Uh-oh.
I believe your friends went there.
Yes, they were really intent on fighting for some reason. I don't know why.
He again structures these runes
Suicide.
out of with his hand and then kind of creates a gateway.
Well, that's nifty.
And you can see on the far side of it what appears to be a entrance hallway.
Just think it would have been better if you're like, ah, hello. Is that Rhi-koo?
You can see on the other
Bugger!
side that it's like the entrance hallway where it appears that you can sign up for the fights and such things.
Do it.
Don't even think it.
And as you step through, I presume you do.
Yeah.
On the far side, you are kind of looking around. You can hear the crowd nearby, and you can hear what sounds like a conversation between an organizer and a friend of someone who's been in the pit. But just he was like a brother to me. I just need to see him. Believe me, you don't want to see him in the state he's in. Let's put it this way, it's a good thing that we're not likely to hold a funeral service.
He comes in 3 bowls.
His face was quite severely damaged in the pit. So dragon.
So, I don't know anything about the way that the pit operates.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm just going to stand there and listen to this conversation because I have nothing to add. As Malcador, I can't.
After a few moments, we'll come back. So, back in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
You are free to leave with the body. I believe. Oh yeah, you can carry it if you want to.
Well, we've still got Bast and Kevin. Alfredor's gone somewhere.
Basically, the point is that his body can't be left here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you mean?
Where you take it to is your business.
Can we disguise it in some way? Can we wrap it in something? Can we,
Yeah.
you know,
Can we?
we need to afford him
Well,
some
you've got
dignity.
bedrolls, so you could use one of those in some capacity as a sort of impromptu wrap.
Okay. If it's just us moving it,
Mhm.
I'll put him onto my back, and then if you want to put a blanket or something over him and wrap it round me,
Yeah,
and then I can then take him back to our apartment.
yeah. I think that's what we need to do. But I am mindful that we're leaving Magnus in the poo, and we don't know actually where Malcador is.
We don't actually know the way back to
No.
our
Because we had Bast with us.
had a vast and it was an elevator.
So, again,
Can
you
we
could
ask-
take him to the box because it is a private room that only you are using.
Can we ask to see what's her name? Bast.
She's currently in the pit.
She's currently fighting at the moment. Yeah,
He's about to fight that manticore.
yeah, to
We'll
take
have
her
to
back
take
up
it back
to
to the box then.
the box and we'll wait there.
He. Not yet.
Hmm?
So,
So
take
he,
him back
not
upstairs
Yeah.
and put him in the box.
Yeah.
So, now that you're up there, you're able to see down into the pit. As you walk out, sorry, you come past Malcador.
Oh,
Hello.
oh
Hello.
yeah. Are you having fun?
I've just got here. I was helping Milan around say goodbye to his mother who died here.
Ah,
Hmm.
right. I
And
see.
apparently his father is here as well, so
Okay. Elana's father is here.
that's the gist I got anyway. Hold on, let me
Well, we have
refresh my memory.
we have some bit of bad news as well.
Oh,
Rengoku is
I trust you one.
no.
Oh shit!
He's on his back at the
Yeah.
moment with a
Ah.
blanket on him.
I won't
Drag
take
it.
it off, but yes, we have a box, a viewing box.
What happened to him?
He's not as good a fighter.
He's
as
usually
we
all
thought.
mouth and all no trousers. Did that sort of follow through in the actual fight?
Yes,
It was
he
kind
followed through.
It was kind of quick. A quick fight. It
Against
seemed like
the
a quick
manticore.
death.
Oh,
Yeah.
an actual
Please tell me it was
magical.
long.
But
No,
let's
it-
not talk about this out in
No.
public. We
Let's
have a
just take
viewing
him up
box.
Well, you can just do your prayer for the grave thing, surely.
Mm. Tried that.
Just, you know, toll the bell. Ooh, you know.
There's
I
another-
call you
there's-
back from
Alright,
beyond
let's
the
start
pale.
heading. Let's start
There's
heading to the
another
box
Discussing it.
because
Yeah.
we're not
There's another
discussing it out in the public.
way. We'll go back up to the box, and if you want to know where we are, we're in the diplomatic box.
We're being fancy diplomats, aren't
Yeah.
we?
Yes.
Indeed,
Yeah,
the
no.
diplomats.
Yes.
Yeah,
Diplomat-
come on.
I
diplomacy
do sort of want to hang around because this conversation's quite. Sorry, I'm listening to your conversation. If you just sort of wait 2 seconds, and I'll eavesdrop again.
At which point this woman is, like, by the time you look back, this woman is bawling. But she was bawling her eyes out.
Yes, hold that thought. I'll be right with you. So,
Um,
where's the box?
And she runs past you, leaving.
Oh, damn it. No, never mind. So, where's the box?
Just follow us.
Follow us.
So, heading back up to the box. When you get there,
That was Blackadder.
when you get back up there, Battlemaster Jolan is set on one of the seats. Goes, "Ah, your friend who died in the pit. I presume you've paid the toll." Thanks, man. Really appreciate the method on that.
Not just yet. There's some moral quandaries that my friend wants to talk through with the rest of our group.
Understandable. Well,
we have.
I turn my back to the couch and then put me down, and then stretch my shoulders. You know when you've been carrying something.
Bounces on the couch and then.
There will be no decay in the meantime.
Good. Well,
Buffy!
welcome. I bet you. I don't think we've been introduced.
Malcador, pleasure to meet you.
Battlemaster Joe. He reaches out a hand.
Malcador just looks at him.
Well, and
He doesn't do handshake.
no, that's fine. No, yeah,
This guy doesn't get social cues. I can stop him.
He's kind of retreats his hand and kind of he's standing in that kind of officer's
Melt it more
pose
than melt.
with this kind of like his hands crossed behind his back kind of thing. Kind of.
Oh, sorry, was there a... Oh, yes.
Mind
To you as well, and I literally just poke
Yeah.
my hand at him and shake it and bring it back again.
He kind of. Have you been enjoying the fights?
I haven't
Apart
seen
from
any.
the obvious.
Not too much. It's a bit barbaric for me. Sending people in to die.
Well, it definitely deals with the overpopulation problem.
Yes,
You too? You have an overpopulation problem here?
Overpopulation of criminals and scum, yes.
Out of interest,
Make him homesick.
what do you actually have to do?
Oops.
No, that's a lifestyle choice.
And what do you actually have to do to be cast into the pits? What level of crime is sufficient for the pits?
Any crime that harms another in any significant proportion.
So, what? Mental, physical, financial, metaphysical,
Physical.
what's the other one?
Hopscotchical.
Yes, that's it. Even though you're... Yes, thank you, random person in the box for this.
No. So
Like, at least they
basically,
didn't go being a herbalist.
yeah. But basically, he's like any crime that is harmful to another.
Define value. Not that I'm questioning your methods at all, it's just as a diplomat who's new, I'm trying to learn the customs and learn the ways and everything so that I can avoid any of my members of my party making a faux pas. Or me doing something silly.
He kind of tells me a sensible decision, sir. I would.
I mean, obviously we've got immunity and everything, but hypothetically.
I would say that perhaps your best source would be to discuss it with Brigadier. He is our chief lawmaker after all, but as my jailer's understanding, if you will, is that the crime committed is punished proportionally. If you commit a crime that harms someone in a way that lasts for 3 weeks, then you would be punished here for double that time. If you survive your duration, you are free to go. If you do not, you do not.
So, I'm assuming that with this being an arena, this isn't like a light battering with wooden weapons, I suppose. The penalty is death for basically every crime on your statute book.
Provided that you are unable to defend yourself.
So the penalty is the risk of death.
Right.
It's
Which is basically the same thing as far as I'm concerned, because I can't, speaking as someone like myself who is an armed officer, I don't fight as well as, well, look at him, and I point at the body ring and go, he's a fighter, and he's dead.
kind of mounting it. Sometimes you get unlucky.
Sometimes luck has nothing to do
Yes,
with it.
sometimes it's an inherent socio-economic system that favours the strong and the brave over those who have other talents.
He kind of
Not that I'm criticising your system of government, you understand.
Yes.
think probably
Well,
best say no more.
you've been talking about the prisoners that have been put
Mhm.
in.
Mm.
Wasn't there any fail-safes for volunteers?
volunteers are to be resurrected, provided the price is paid.
But shouldn't there have been safety measures before resurrection? Should there not have been the cancelling of the fight once he was down? He was a volunteer. He wasn't a criminal.
The crowd expect.
They beg for blood.
Indeed. And who am I but to deliver? I'm simply the master of games.
They're very cold. Except the necromancer.
I would sooner keep the wheels of government turning.
The wheels of government are turned by the crowd here.
Well,
No, I would say the crowd are controlled by the rules of government.
they are.
I think I know what's going on. It's what's the expression? I read about it a while ago. Cheese and Ferris wheels? No. Bread and circuses, that's it. It's bread and circuses. You distract your populace with shiny things like
Yeah.
fights so that they focus on the bloodshed of people in the arena who deserve to be there, or
And don't realise they're
um,
being fleeced.
as I put this politely, are stupid enough to volunteer, who then die. Not that I think he was stupid, I think he was very capable, he was just unlucky. You distract people with that bloodshed, and then they don't focus on their own problems like, oh, I live in a house with 14 other people, I can't afford bread. Every crime on the statute book in this state is death. That sort of thing.
If you have a problem with our laws,
I have no issue with the way that you govern your state. As someone who has had quite a lot of adversity in my life, I object to the idea. Stop it! I object to the idea that I could be cast into a pit with a wild animal because I said the word, say, magic. Boom! In impolite company.
he kind of blinks through the bright light.
Hmm.
I see.
It's a philosophical standpoint rather than a judgment.
I understand. I would say a point to be debated with the Brigadier. For after all, these are his rules.
Mm-hmm.
I simply enforce them.
Your job is just to, put these games on.
Oh, I control the arena and the punishments doled out within. I ensure that all punishment is fair. And I also am responsible for ensuring that the golems that police the city are in good condition.
Yes, we met some of those.
They used to exclusively fight in the arena. We repurposed.
And now you use guests and criminals and beasts.
It's a much more entertaining system.
Mm.
A golem does not bleed.
No, but kings do.
Evidently. I saw the blow struck against the king.
That too was struck by one of our party.
You have a fighter called the King?
Yes.
Ooh.
He doesn't know his name. He's got nothing better to do, so it's an
Oh no,
open fight.
he said they call him the king, so we assume that's, a nickname.
He has long forgotten his name. He's been here for decades.
Is it not? Oh. I saw a grave of someone who was known as the King on side the hill.
The king?
Yes.
Or
the
king something?
The King of Dantalon, who was buried
Okay.
on the side of the hill. It was very complicated.
Well, we
It
know
was to
that...
do with Ilanaran and his mother who died here, and there was also a grave of a king of Dantalon who died here, whose name was Titus Gracewind. Titus Gracewind, that's the name.
Gracewind?
Yes, Titus Gracewind.
Well, we know Gracewinds, don't we? That big guy, Alexander.
Yes, he is a Gracewind now I think about it.
Alexander Gracewind, captain of the Royal Guard.
And he had the gold armour.
Yeah.
The like of which I've not seen since, to be fair. But and then there was that shady character that was floating around. Yes, he was watching Ilanaran.
Yes, apparently it's abnormal to bury the dead. Usually they just cast them into the void or something.
No, this guy wasn't dead. He was. I've got the distinct impression that he knew Alexander, but that they didn't get on very well.
Oh, well, I'm sure
They were very alike. So Gracewind is the king's name.
Yes, apparently so. Former King of Dantalon, Titus Gracewind is buried here, blah 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 blah. It was all on the headstone.
How long ago did he die?
Oh, I've got to ask. A while ago.
And he's got a headstone.
It was before, yes, it was before the, I think it was when the portals were still working. It was when the last navigator was still alive,
Okay.
and there was regular trade to and from Dantalon and here.
Yeah, so that was 3 years ago when he died.
3 years ago. Okay, so.
Do you know there's a resemblance between the chap that we saw fighting with Magnus / Kevin and Alexander? Think about it.
Yes,
Can we? Did we have a good look at King?
You could
where
say
we
that.
are?
You could say. I'd say go for a history check.
13 plus 1, 14 for me.
That's a 7.
With 14, you are confident that you see some kind of resemblance.
I'm sure of it. Just the sheer size and the presence of the man.
No, really? Oh. We should probably do something about that, being a former king of the place.
Well, I'm not saying he is, but it's uncanny that there is a gravestone for a former king that's been there for about 3 years, and now we've blundered across this person who can't remember who he is, and yet he's referred to as the king.
Would it be possible to speak to the king?
I don't see why not.
You know, being as we are. Consider it a diplomatic favour.
I know you're there.
No, I'm the king now.
No, you're not.
Killed the king. I'm
That's
now
not how it
king.
works.
It isn't the
It's a
battlefield.
hereditary position.
At which point, yes, I will have him brought up. I'll have him brought up.
Thank you.
Crown's rightfully mine.
Can you bring him to the boss? Yes. Thank you very much. That would be great.
Your friend is still in the pit. He is.
Oh,
I'm going to win by default because the king's run off.
His fight will have to be reorganised.
I've got a
That's
little
fine, you know,
concoction
we'll
that
just-
I've brewed.
Oh, damn
that
it.
I would like to pass to my friends. If
Well,
while he's fighting.
Basically, if he's going to reorganise the fight, then they can, and they're bringing the king up to the box for us. They can bring Magnus
Oh, actually,
with,
yes, actually, that would be probably better.
and then we'll all be together.
Yes. Kevin.
Oh, I couldn't deprive the audience of Kevin the kobold. He struck down the king.
Yes, but he's not Kevin. He's Magnus.
But inside the unit is
Unfortunately, because the document he signed, until such time as his fight is over, he can't leave.
Okay, so we'll speak to the king first, and you'll have to reschedule with Kevin.
Could you possibly, and
How fittingly Malcadorish. It's struggling to get it out of the bag.
could you possibly pass him this? And I'm going to hand off a vial of black powder to be passed to Magnus, which is one of my experimental ones with the little fuse in the top.
So he kind of nods. By all means.
So you're giving this stranger your patented blasting powder.
As a diplomat to another diplomat.
Diplomat.
Yes, and the gift is most trusting.
He holds out his hand.
Trustworthy. Diplomancer.
Yeah.
Can I get to it myself?
No,
A diplomancer.
I'm afraid not.
Why?
Because you can't enter into the back rooms of the pit without having entered the fights.
Can I go adjacent to the back room of the pits and then hand it through a door? Or is it a bar? Because if I don't enter the premises,
Why would you not hand it to me? I would only simply save you the trip.
yes, but on second thoughts, this is quite special, and I don't want to reverse engineering it.
Oh.
Balcador is genuinely cradling this thing now.
He kind of goes, oh, well, perhaps in that case, best keep it to yourself.
We'll find another way.
He says, I will send for the king now.
Thank you.
Just throw it down.
Just throw a grenade out the box. All right, fine.
After about a minute's wait,
A minute, that's not
Thank you for checking me there, because that was not Malcadorish.
that absolutely would have led to consequences.
Yeah, I know.
Well done, Martin. The king stoops his way into the box.
Okay.
He has a great sword across his back. He kind of looks at it. What? I was looking forward to smiting that shite.
Hello, Mr. the King. We are the diplomats from Dantalon. A pleasure to meet you. And I literally put my hand out, waggle it at him, and then bring it back again.
When you put your hand out, he reaches
Without
out
making
and
contact.
claps your arm, holds and then shakes vigorously.
Hold on. Malcador has 2 points of bruising. He's a little weak man.
So retracts his arm and goes, why am I here?
We are a diplomatic party who come to hopefully reforge ties with this, forgotten the name of it, Dolrath, in order to establish trade, because the population in Dantalon is growing faster than our ability to feed the existing population. So we need to establish trade.
Nods.
We understand this has been an arrangement that has worked for some time in the past, and it was interrupted by the untimely demise of the navigator.
Kind of nods.
I'm
a pit fighter. Why am I here?
Okay, you're here because
Would it be possible to have a private audience with the King?
Can I finish this? Then we'll come to that
I think Malcador has twigged that somebody's still in the room.
Mhm.
point. What were you going to say?
Yeah, we. Sorry, I lost my thread.
Sorry.
No,
As
it's all right.
Malcador, I literally
Yeah,
twigged
I
he's
know,
still there.
I know.
We can come back to you if you
I just have to have a think for a moment. Can something, perhaps a distraction, to remove the person from the room?
down in the pit below, Bast is currently alone at the centre of the pit. So one big arena,
Mm.
surrounded by a group of what look like criminals with like leathers and things like that. So thieves, ones who are being given a small amount of equipment to defend themselves. And there looks to be about 12 of them. And you can hear the announcer kind of say,
And get ready for the Lawbringer to strike them down with her mighty hammer.
which Jolin kind of sits forward, magnifies the fight. You wanted to watch your friend, did you not? Your guardian, Bars, fight.
Not necessarily.
No. He is a favourite of
Well, why don't you go and watch at close hand, and we'll carry on our business here without delaying you any further.
mine. He kind of looks, he's looking forward. Narrows his eyes. I think your audience with the king is over.
I don't think we've started.
That's unfortunate. Why would you seek to be alone with him? What secrets do you have?
We have no secrets. We just wanted to talk to him of his family, his sons, and that's personal.
I have no sons. You are wasting my time.
Does Alexander not ring a bell?
Very tall, blonde, captain of the King's Guard.
No, I have not. I have no sons.
Okay. Edmund, I believe, was the name of the other.
I have no son.
A much darker character.
Can I do an
Markador.
Arcana check to see if I've recognised if there's like a spell at play here that's robbing him of his memory?
Ooh, that's a good call.
I'm wondering if there was something
Memory
going on in
lapse.
in Dantalon to do with people not knowing
18.
what's going on.
18.
It's not bad for me. For
He's,
magic.
He kind of. It appears that there is a rune inscribed on his neck.
Oh! Which the arrow may have.
Look that way.
Would the arrow have perhaps.
It is indeed where the arrow hit. It's straight in the middle of it.
Okay. So can we read the rune? Can we see what the rune
You
is?
can't see it for any length of time. It's covered mostly by his hair. And but the rune appears to be something to do with memory. It's currently flashing. Like you can see the
Is
glow.
there any way I can do some kind of insight check to find out what Jolin is playing at?
Yeah, you can do an insight check on that.
I will probably help you with that. I'm great at it. I'm no help at all. I rolled a 2.
14.
If I realised that, I could have deliberately attacked the room.
Mm.
Damn it.
It was hidden beneath the hair.
14.
And it wasn't being, shall we say, prompted to glow.
And it is now.
As
So 14, what
14. What, for a, sorry?
insight check into what Jolin's up to and why he's getting sus.
He has become suspicious of you.
Yeah.
You have an ulterior motive and he can clearly tell. And he is,
Mhm.
you are still foreign to him. He does not trust you.
Okay.
we believe this man to be a citizen of Dantalon, and as the diplomatic representatives of the citizens of the town of Dantalon, we have the right to deliver, what's the word I'm looking for, diplomatic services without a representative of the state being. I read this in a book once. I really remember.
Quite good at
Yes.
this diplomancy.
At which point the king says, I've a kobold to kill. Find me after. And walks, just storms out.
Do you not remember Solomon?
Could you give this to him?
As he walks out the door, he stops,
Solomon came with you.
looks back over his shoulder. You can see the rune is pulsing, you can see the light of it.
Patrician has taken over Dantalon.
He was,
Patrician.
yeah. The king is,
Patrician.
yes.
Patricia.
What's name?
Name.
Oh, I know this. I
Kirk.
fucking know this.
I've got it.
Their bodies are on there.
Patrician's name.
That's Cyrus Barrow.
That's the one.
Yes. Not the name that I have stuck in my brain that I couldn't actually
What,
say.
Silas
again.
Island?
No.
The other one.
The other one.
Which she goes,
That we had to spend hours editing.
fucking
Cyrus
Cyrus
Barrow.
Yes, he seems to be ruling in your stead.
He's like, suddenly the room just stopped glowing.
Yes, they're
Nice
real.
sound effects.
They're real.
My sons,
Alexander, Edmund,
my city.
your sons believe you to be dead, and they now serve the patrician Cyrus Barrow.
And Kevin serves you.
And Kevin the kobold is here as part of our party in order to serve you.
He reaches up, pulls off the kind of brown cloak, revealing the gold armour underneath.
Yes. Which Kevin had already seen.
Yeah.
Bitten.
I've been trapped here for a long time.
Yeah, about 3 years.
It's time to go home. And we're going to end our session now.
Oh, I wanted you to end it on it.
Yes!
That was
Fuck is that guy?
fucking I just literally had a moment of, hang on a minute, something funky's going on here.
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. We're sorry that we've gone slightly over, but thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. Yeah, this is stop
Unfortunately.
influencing. No, you won't. What will
Actually in character, and also I can't make it next week. So
Nah,
that's
fair
perfect with what happened.
Perfect! Your corpse, however,
no.
will still be with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Prepare to be weekends at Bernie's all next
That's what I was
Various different positions.
That's what I was like, what? You're just going to weekend about it? I was saying to him,
Yeah.
is he going to get someone who's going to attach strings? He's going to be puppeteering.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming.
Are we going to raid?
Yes, I
Yes,
believe.
I'll sort one out.
Right. So, thank you for coming. We have been the Geek Initiative. We will see you next week.
Liability Inc.
Indeed, yes, liability.
And Adrian.
And Adrian will be
Yes, come back tomorrow. This time, well, actually 7 o'clock tomorrow. Yes,
Cunning aberration.
that's the plot thick.
Yeah!
Bye.
Bye.